Check, 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 check.
Check, check, check.
Check,
Okay.
check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check.
Let's try this again, everybody.
Let's do this. Alright, I think.
It takes a minute to get up there.
Yeah, I know. Hello and welcome to the Spidercast Podcast, and I'm Travis Dunn.
I'm Austin Adams.
And this is where father and son go down the rabbit hole of tech, gaming, and the meaning of life. Technical difficulties.
Very maddening technical difficulties.
Apparently the Iron Spider, it's been doing some weird, like, first the screen will go black and then it'll
Screen will go black, audio will go corrupt, and then it will go straight keyboard shut down, computer shut down, and then it will reboot itself.
Yeah, and at first we thought maybe it was a temperature problem, but we were monitoring the temperatures up until that point, and when the system restarted, we pulled the temperature up immediately, and it was not a temperature problem.
Sadly.
So I got a nagging feeling we got a power supply that's gone out. But I'll be honest, that's probably the oldest piece in your machine.
Yeah.
Is the power supply.
The 5-year-old piece.
Yeah. But anyway, so today was
it's due for an upgrade.
Yeah, more money I got to spend. So today was a good day, as we were talking sort of in the beginning of the original stream. I got to take the bike out for a nice long ride most of the day. Me and a friend, actually it's one of his best friends, did about 135 miles, did a nice round trip. We had a couple of cool places, and I'm always happy to get some miles on the bike. So while you stayed home and did your chores.
No, I didn't really just do chores. So I started chores almost half an hour before you got home.
Typical teenager.
Hey, I didn't even know that you were coming home, so that was good timing on my part.
Well, it was after 5 o'clock, so we kind of, that was we could have rode longer. I would have.
I had a feeling that you guys were.
I had a whole route planned, so that I didn't know how timing-wise where we'd end up at a certain time or whatever. I just was like, well, we hit the ice cream. Well, actually, we ended up stopping at a really cool.
It's in Baltimore, like northeast from where we are.
It's east.
East, okay.
It's kind of southeast east, but it's east. We stopped at this American Legion, and they had this Apache helicopter on a big pole, and it was like a decommissioned one. Man, it was cool. It was really cool. Especially now that we're trying to get back into playing Arma. Yeah. Which has been driving him crazy because he hasn't been able to play, obviously with his machine problems. And I haven't technically given him his system back because, obviously we got to see what his grades look like. Hopefully we'll know that more this week, and we'll make a decision whether or not he gets anything back yet. So he may or may not be streaming here in the next few weeks.
Well, last night I did get to play a little bit for like 15 minutes, actually.
Yeah, before the system crashed on him. So
hey, I got my first kill on the server though. So
yeah, we got a server that we're testing out pretty heavily, but we think we're going to stay. So far, it seems pretty good. The loot and the money economy seems to be pretty well, which is always a big thing when you're playing.
On the old server that we played, you couldn't find a Titan launcher just sitting around on the ground.
Yeah, they definitely opened up the spawn weapons, so you can get some really good loot coming.
Since there aren't any spawned vehicles, they're up the weapon table.
There is spawned vehicles, but they're very sporadic. Like, they're very low. But they offer ability to spawn in a medical vehicle, which is cool. All you have to do is a piece of scrap, and it's 3,000. So, yeah, cool weapon. That's a game we like to play, Armor 3.
Modded.
Yeah, we play on a modded server. It's I wouldn't completely call it a military simulator, but that's essentially what it is. And you can play with a variety of military weapons, both your standard pistols and snipers and helicopters, and you knew she was gonna do that. The dog just came in to say hi.
No.
She's your dog. That's all I got to say.
It's not my fault. Hi, baby.
Toodles is so strange. I don't know why, she kind of has abandonment issues. She can't stand to be alone. And
she wasn't alone. She was with Mom.
I know, but she's
I gotta take care of this.
Really taken to you. Anytime he's gone for like a weekend or something, she just pouts all weekend. I miss Toodles. And the name is from Mickey Mouse Club, for anybody that... It's like, what's Toodles? And Toodles don't make no sense. If you ever watch Mickey Mouse Club...
He purposely did that so that he could yell, "Oh, Toodles!
Oh, Toodles!" Yeah. No. No, that was not an invitation to jump in my lap.
No. You did that to me the other day. Come on.
Yeah, she jumped right in his lap when he was sitting in his chair.
Hold the headphones. Come on, Toodles.
Yep.
Oh, old man legs. No.
Oh, but we love her to death. She's a rotten dog, but she's also one of those dogs that I wouldn't necessarily call her a big dog, but she's
a medium.
She's a solid medium dog, and she has no concept of personal space whatsoever.
Yeah, she's bigger than Harley.
So one of the things I got while I was out on my ride, because this is one of those things like I have to travel. I can't buy these in Columbus. They're
for some reason.
Logan and the very south side of Chillicothe.
What, you went through Logan today?
No, we got these at the little store there by where Grandpa lives. Where I normally get them from. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Logan and the south side of Chillicothe is about as north as you can get these, and it's called Ski. The regular Ski I would put somewhere between a
Mel Yellow and Mountain Dew.
A Mel Yellow and a Mountain Dew. Then they had some different flavors. I got him the cherry one.
And we also have two. Well, we had two regulars, two cherries, and two tropicals.
No. Nash. Nash bought a set. Well, I bought a set for Nash.
Oh, he hasn't showed back up to grab them, so.
Okay, but yeah.
Fridge.
So yeah, I got two regulars, one red, one blue.
Now I know what the regular tastes like. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Now you can't taste.
I'm not gonna try the cherry.
This tastes like Code Red, and where
it probably is the Ski version of Code Red.
Smells like Ski. Honestly, does smell like Ski. Okay, it's definitely not like Code Red. That's way different.
It's not just a Ski with cherry added to it. Something different.
Yeah, definitely. It's not just Ski with cherry. That's different. Okay.
Yeah, it is very different.
Well, you gotta think it's a lemon orange juice with cherry.
Yeah, it's one of the
soda form.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I love Ski. It's something I kind of grew up on. It's kind of a regional soda.
Of course, where you lived, you could always get it.
Yeah, I could pretty well, I could find it. But the thing was, the Ski one of their main production distribution hubs was actually in Wellston, Ohio, or is it Jackson, Ohio? I think it was Wellston. Which is a really small town in southern Ohio. It's made in Tennessee, I think now is where their main headquarters are. I think it got bought out by another company. But they have a very small kind of regional areas that they service, and
where the man still.
Yeah, it's not a pop that I would
drink daily.
Yeah, I can't drink it all the time, but I do enjoy picking it up when I can from time to time. And your friend Nash, who's one I rode with, he picks me up a bottle every now and then. He gets the glass bottles, which is really awesome.
Yeah, they have those in Logan.
And he picks those up for me every now and then when he's down there visiting family. It's good. If you can find it, I would suggest, especially if you like a mellow yellow. It leans a little more mellow yellow than it does Mountain Dew, but It's not quite a mellow yellow. That's the only reason I can't describe it as a mellow yellow, but it's somewhere kind of in between. And then next week, you'll get to try the blue one. If your sister doesn't get a hold of it, she probably will.
I'll hide it.
Yeah, she'll probably get a hold of it. So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about PS5 news. We're going to talk about Bethesda empty boxes. We're going to talk about Samsung Foldgate. We're going to talk about the Xbox One Xbox One S All Digital Edition, Disney's Galaxy Edge lightsaber building, and the Notre Dame fire. We're also going to talk about, and I kind of added these at the last minute. We're also going to give our Marvel Avengers Endgame predictions. It comes out this Friday, I think, Thursday.
26.
Thursday night, Friday, something like that.
4 days from now, it's Monday, Friday.
So yeah,
It's a Friday night movie.
I think they're doing like a midnight showing or something. I'm sure they will.
On Thursday, always.
Yeah.
And that's always the theme for Thursday.
That's usually the big theme. We're gonna give our predictions for Endgame. It obviously we won't necessarily be doing any type of spoilers necessarily. But if obviously when we get to that, we'll talk possible spoilers. But we're not gonna get to see it probably for a week.
Yeah, you were talking about next week.
I don't think we're going to go next week. I think it's going to be a week after. I
Okay.
think we're going to try to go. Which kind of sucks because obviously we can't be like on the forefront of talking about it, but
We're still going to be pretty early.
yeah, it'll be within a week, a little more than a week of when it's been out. So we'll get to actually talk about.
We always see like the
How
new
well it's
movies
doing.
2 weeks after they come out.
Yeah, we
Because
don't.
the first week is always packed.
We
and
always
loud.
we always go to the Tuesday $5 showings at our local theater, and a lot of people go, kind of feel like you're cheating the local theater, but they got to realize a theater does not make their money on ticket sales.
They make it on
Yeah,
the food.
most of the money from ticket sales all go to the maker of the movies. So, but the thing is, when we're even with a $5 thing, and we typically get free popcorn because we're a member of their club, and we get usually a special on the drinks. We still spend
$30.
we spend like $35 just on the tickets for the whole family.
Yeah.
So it ends up being $60 or $70, and that's discounted price. Now, if we went to another theater or we watched it on a regular day, it's double or more on the ticket. Plus, like I said, we don't get the discounts and the specials that we do on Tuesdays. So that's why we go on Tuesdays. Now I kind of threw this last minute, but apparently today is the Nintendo Game Boy 30th anniversary. It released April 21st in Japan. Bless you.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounded like that hurt. Just a little bit.
Let me wash that down.
Wash it down. But yeah, you of the Game Boy, the original Game Boy.
I
But
played with a game.
have you actually played with one? I haven't.
I played with regular Game Boy with Pokemon, and I played on a Game Boy Color with Pokemon. So
I would say I would have figured, yeah, you would have been a little more probably Pokemon. Probably Game Boy Advance would be the one you'd more remember, I think. But
no, because it was one of my old babysitters.
Yeah, I
Had two of them.
That's cool. Obviously that's my generation. I'm mid to upper 30s. So I definitely remember the Game Boy. I was pretty young when it came out, but not I was in the right age that I wanted it. Never owned one. Even to this day, I've never actually owned a G1 or G2. So it was Game Boy or Game Boy Color. We had some DS's, which obviously played some Game Boy games. But we never. That was probably the earliest we ever got into the portable. But they're the ones that started the portable game game systems. So, so happy birthday to the Nintendo Game Boy.
Well, actually, that'll be yesterday. April 21st. It's the 22nd.
Oh, it is 22nd.
So that would be yesterday, not today.
Man, it only showed up on my feed today. I got text.
Facebook.
Oh, just Facebook. Okay.
Very good.
So, we got some big news about the PlayStation 5. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised we've gotten this info, and
I thought they would have waited longer.
Yeah, I would have thought they would have waited
But they want to build up hype for the system.
a little more of a event notification or something. But there was an article done with Wired talking about, now they didn't call it PlayStation 5 or PS5. They call it the next generation gaming console, and they do that with the air quotes for the the finger quotes for anybody's.
Kind of like Xbox did with Project Scorpio, which later Xbox One X.
Yeah, but they did that at an event where they showed off a little bit.
That was at E3.
Yeah, where they kind of announced it, what it was going to look like and whatnot. So this comes a little bit of a surprise that they did it in this way. Obviously, you're right. They're trying to build hype for it. PlayStation, while they definitely were the number one console of this generation of consoles, especially here recently with the problems of not allowing cross-platform.
Oh yeah, people was all over them about that.
Yeah, their PR has definitely went down quite a bit as far as the what we've come to know and love. They've gotten a little big for the britches. So it was Sony Interactive's president and CEO Sean Layden was the one that they were doing this interview with. So they did confirm it's going to have a Ryzen 3rd gen 8-core CPU, which it does have an 8-core in it now, but it's a much older CPU than Ryzen. It's supposed to have AMD Radeon Navi graphics, which is the next generation of their graphics built. It's basically their built-in graphics. They did say it was going to have SSD storage, but they didn't make the comment in the article to the extent of it was not. They made a hint that it was not going to be regular standard SATA SSD, which makes me think it's going to be an NVMe type connector or type of storage. I bet you most likely they're just going to build it onto the board and do a direct connection PCI Express Gen 4 or whatever, so they can get much better loading speeds. They talked about it having 3D audio. They talked about 8K TV support, which I think is crap. But,
Yeah, okay, first off, we only have 4K right now.
But
so they can't really.
Technically, we've seen at CES. Technically, we have seen the 8K TVs. There were a few that went on display, and I think they're supposed to be the first ones are supposed to hit maybe by the end of the year or early next year.
That's going to be a $10,000 TV.
And that's the thing. It's going to be a $10,000 TV. It's going to be 3 or 4 years before it makes it to our side of the market. I mean, hell, television doesn't hardly even broadcast in 4K
No,
yet.
There's only some places that shoot in that.
I mean, even the Super Bowl was not broadcast in 4K. So that's something that really is going to have to be improved on before. But we all know 4K by itself, as far as like 4K gaming, technically the PS4 Pro does 4K gaming, but it does it in a really kind of crappy way.
That is a really weird taste. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Can you describe it? You just made the most wonderful sound, lip smacking sound. That's
okay. So hold on. It doesn't even taste like regular ski. Like
it probably is something totally
okay.
different.
It is. That's the thing. I get the lemon and the orange like usual, right? You get that citrus hit, and then you just get like a wall of pure whatever, like cherry or whatever flavors are in this.
You need a little more up on the mic.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're kind of bad.
But you get like whatever flavors are in this. I'm looking at it right now. Lemon juice concentrate, orange juice concentrate, citric acid.
I will say, if you're a person who is trying to watch their calorie count, you do not want to drink this.
Oh God, no.
It's 310 calories. It's kind of funny.
Okay, you want to know something funny? It says cherry. There's nothing on here saying anything close to cherry.
I'm sure it's probably an artificial flavor.
No, it says concentrate on lemon juice, concentrate orange juice, natural flavor. Does not say what natural flavor.
Yeah, natural flavor could be a lot of things. Which
Sodium
is probably where the cherry comes in.
Benzate, preservative, caffeine, cellulose. Yeah,
don't even try to. I'm gonna say, don't even try to read it.
It's like weird, but like I said, you get the regular ski taste first, and then that aftertaste is just a wall of different flavors that hit you. Mm. It's crazy.
All right,
it's different.
We'll go back to the conversation.
Yeah.
Now that we went down that rabbit hole. But yeah. So yeah, they were talking about, like I said, AKT Sport. Excuse me. I think it's going to be more, like Netflix and that type of thing. I don't think that's going to be gaming in 8K. Obviously, like I said, the PS4 Pro technically does 4K, but does it in a crappy way. It's not true 4K, and because we know on the PC side, it takes an extremely high-end processor with the top graphics to get 60 FPS gaming at 4K, and even then, it can be difficult in some games. Now, the interesting thing they said, ray tracing was going to be a thing. And that kind of piques my interest. I see ray tracing right now kind of a gimmick in a certain way. It's kind of like PhysX was a few years back, but it is a cool thing when it's implemented. It just, even with, even the newest NVIDIA graphics cards that have Turing processors built into those chips, it's still very, very taxing on the system. Pretty much they did say it's going to be backward compatible with the PlayStation 4 games and the PSVR, which, considering it's pretty much just a newer version of the same hardware, that's not too surprising. The funny thing is, and this kind of goes with another conversation we're going to have here in a few minutes, it's not a all digital console, so there will be a Blu-ray drive. They didn't say whether or not they were going to finally add Blu-ray, the 4K Blu-ray to it, which is a slightly different format that requires a slightly different drive. Why that is, I have no idea, but it does. Which is why you cannot play 4K Blu-rays in a regular Xbox One. You have to get an Xbox One S or an X to be able to do that. Didn't talk pricing, but they did. But a lot of speculation. Everyone's figuring it's going to be between $4.99 and $5.99. I think it's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be $5.49. That's my speculation. $5.49.
With everything that is talked about right here, I'm gonna say $5.20, $5.30.
It could very well be. My thing about it is that
I don't,
because it's going to have the new. It's going to have. They're going with the newest, a custom new Ryzen CPU, which obviously is going to cost more money. It's going to have Navi graphics, which is the newest integrated graphics for them, which is going to cost money. And they're going to have some type of SSD storage. That's a given. it's going to be some form of SSD, and more than likely it's going to be at least a terabyte, like we've seen in the current consoles. I don't want to see a console that expensive. It's one of the reasons why I have not bought an Xbox One X. There's just not enough there for me to make that leap, even though I have a 4K TV. They just, to me, they don't offer a good 4K. You know what I mean? Not for the price. So
it's one of those things that you might get it at some point.
Yeah, I might get it somewhere when the prices come down, but not.
But what? It's still like what, $300 for it?
I think it's $399 for the current Xbox One X. But yeah, that's my speculation. I think it's gonna be closer to the $599. It's either gonna be $549 or $599. I think is what price we're gonna see. But we'll find out. Pretty much all but confirmed it's not coming this year. I think that's why they're trying to build the hype up now.
Well, yeah, it's like, when does the Ryzen 8 core come out?
Well, what I have is a Ryzen 8 core.
Yeah, but the third
generation's already out. Or no. Third gen's coming in the next few months.
Okay. The Navi graphics.
That's also coming out in the next few months. Within the next few months.
So within the next few months, yeah, those are going to come out, but it's also, they're going to have to take time to produce.
Well,
and then also build up more hype.
Well, I mean, at this point,
sell it.
if they've got it nailed down, then they're already in production. Like, they're probably producing units as we speak, as far as the CPUs are concerned, the parts are concerned. I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to get it next year. I think it's going to be a 2020.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we'll get some big announcement at the beginning of 2020, or at the very end of 2019 of what the final specs and the final console is going to be. And then we're going to get it sometime before Christmas of 2020. That's my prediction.
Obviously, they're going to try to go for a sleeker look than the PS4, but
I'm not the biggest fan of the PS4 look. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I give them credit for doing something different, but I
like the slim PS3 look. How that looked.
Yeah, it was. Well, the only thing I don't like is you can't stack anything on it because it's got that oval top.
It had the rounded, yeah. At least with the PlayStation 4, you can.
Right, you can technically put something on top of it.
But like, if they do like the PS3 slim look with a flat top, that might just be.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have some magical design studio look to it. It'll be something super fancy with angulars and all that stuff. But yeah.
Well, weekly Bethesda talk.
Yeah, more Bethesda news.
Oh, what'd you do this time, Bethesda? Come on.
Well, we talked last. I think it was. Did we talk? We did talk about it last week, wasn't it? About
we had Anthem last week, and we had. Oh, it was the guy. Oh my God, what was it?
It wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago.
No, I do believe it was last week.
No, because last week was Celebrations. Because remember
we did Star Wars last week.
Yeah, we did Star Wars last week.
So yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Dang it. Well, weekly, because last week was Star Wars based only. So
yeah, a couple weeks ago, I think we'd have to.
We did Anthem and Bethesda.
I think we talked about where Bethesda is doing the pay to play.
Yeah, it's the repair kits.
Right, in the Atom Store. So
yeah.
So this is being reported that Wolfenstein Youngblood for the Nintendo Switch is going to come with a box, like a case, but it will not come with the physical game. You will get a DLC code. Everyone's speculating this is to, in the words, eliminate the Nintendo cartridge tax, which you may or may not know anything about.
I'm not big into Nintendo, so you gotta remember that.
Nintendo is notorious for using proprietary media.
Well, yeah. You used to do anything with Nintendo and
right, because Nintendo NES had a certain cartridge that they've had patents on. Same thing with the 64, the Super NES, the GameCube. They had those.
The very small disc.
Right, the very small discs that were in a certain format that only that you had to go through.
And
you have
Wii,
to go through Nintendo for the production and distribution of your game and that's where they get the Nintendo tax, because you're paying for them to produce your game, and obviously you're paying whatever the hell they want.
Because if you don't pay it, your game ain't being made.
So what they did is they apparently put a DLC code, or the I say DLC code, but they put
it's basically a DLC code. It's a code that you just get, and
to download the game on.
You plug it in
through their
download it.
Like I said, they basically to get around the Nintendo cartridge tax, but they are selling the regular game at $29.99 and the deluxe version for $39.99. So
now, is this one supposed to be a new installment or just a DLC?
Well, this is the whole game.
Okay, so,
but I don't know that this is a new game. I think this is them bringing a previously released
remake
game to the Switch. Could be wrong about that. Tell us if it is. But I think they're bringing an older game to
launch a message towards our Twitters.
Yeah, you can find me at My Done Live
at Spider713.
Now this one I think you're gonna find funny. Okay.
Oh, I've seen stuff all over this. This is the Note 8 all over again. The Note 8 exploded.
Well, it's not
and this one's cracking and breaking.
Yeah, this one's not going to explode.
Yeah,
this is being this is being referred to as the Samsung Foldgate. This is kind of a joke on the Bendgate that we sell on some Apple devices, where literally you could just bend them in your hand. They just literally almost fold over in your hand.
That's why you don't put them in your back pocket.
Yeah, that's why you don't put an Apple device in your back pocket. But the thing is...
Okay, I need to stop drinking that. Oh, my God.
This is a $2,000 specialty phone. High-end. But reviewers, earlier reviewers who have gotten theirs have had problems with the screen delaminating. And one of them, and he openly admitted it ultimately was his fault. He thought the way it looked like it had like a screen protector on it. And he went to peel it. And he said the phone made a hissing noise and then stopped working. Like the screen went dead. And he admitted it was his fault. And technically, in the manuals, apparently it says do not pick at that. That it is not a...
Why not put a sticker on it?
That's what all the people are saying.
Put a sticker on
there
that. There
should have been a sticker on it. But
at least on the box, right? Or something or above it, do not peel at screen.
Well, and the thing is, and I've seen the pictures of it. It really, the one I have on your mom's?
Yeah. Is it that thin?
It looks exactly like that. You can see what almost looks like a peelable glass protector.
Oh my God.
That's what it really looks. And I probably personally, because who the hell reads the instructions? Nobody.
Instructions are for idiots. Come on.
Well, instructions at this point anymore are just ways for companies to limit their liability at some point. And
said that they warned you, but
it's like
you won't
it's like
read
them
it.
Stupid stickers. Don't drop your hairdryer into a thing of water. Do not insert this curling iron in any orifice. That's a thing.
I have not seen that one. Any curling irons?
Yeah, read the instructions on your the next curling iron that we have to replace in the house. I will pull out the instructions and show it to you. It does say do not insert in any orifice. Bodily orifice, I think.
Things that make you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, even in my notes here, I said, manual says not to remove it, but who the hell reads the manual? That was my notes in the order.
Oh, I read that in my head. I'm like, true.
Yeah.
No one reads them.
But there's even talk that some people are just like the screens are just randomly dying. And considering there's only probably a few hundred of these right now.
Currently iron record.
I was trying not to reference that, okay? Nobody knows. Nobody 100% knows if it's true or not. Okay, Sidious. That's just
okay. I'm intrigued.
That's a story because I can't tell that.
This is a not for podcast.
Yeah, it is not safe for
story.
Yeah.
Well, we might need to do a behind the scenes episode.
Yeah.
TMZ reported got to be true.
TMZ reported. Oh, that's pretty sad when you make TMZ as a small town business, man. It's but anyway, yeah, not something we would talk on the podcast. I think that a lot of people are giving Samsung a pass and saying, "Well, this is brand new technology. You're paying for the right to to have it and to experiment it, and the people that are spending $2,000 on a phone can afford to do so." Frankly, if I had $2,000 to spend on a phone and I wanted this phone and I bought this phone, I would be pissed as fuck.
Yeah.
If within a week, and that's the other thing you have to consider. Most of these reviewers have barely had this phone now more than a week or two, and I would be pissed. Like my ass, like I would be on the phone. I would be that guy. I would be cursing up a sailor storm. But we'll continue to report depending on how things go. But so far, no official announcement that I'm aware of from Samsung concerning the matter. But yeah, it's been very, very interesting to watch. All right, we're going to talk about the Xbox One All Digital Edition.
Yeah, this one, I've been hearing news about it like the past few weeks about rumors and all that.
This has been rumored for a little while. We talked about it, I think, at one point.
Yeah,
because it was on the rumor mill. I thought it was a little strange of a release because it was just kind of that out of nowhere. It was just like all of a sudden. My first notion of it was, it's a YouTuber.
See, I know where I saw it.
Oh my goodness!
Inside Gaming Daily. That's where I saw it.
I want to say his name is Adam, but it's not Adam. He always says, "Hey guys."
You're referencing probably a couple thousand.
Yeah, but he says
YouTubers.
He says it kind of like that. Hey guys, and I can't remember his damn name. Well, I'm horrible with names.
What does his videos usually consist of?
Austin Evans. Yeah, Austin.
What?
I think it's. Hold on.
You say that, and it.
If it really is, I'm gonna.
YouTube, and he does do. How to waste 100 and what? Okay.
Yeah, this guy.
Never seen him. Oh wait, no.
I know.
He did the Amazon video that you and me watched.
Yeah. He does the. Here lately, he's been doing the stupid things you buy on Amazon. He was the first video I saw about it, and he did a teardown of it. And so essentially, for anybody who doesn't know, it's an Xbox One S minus the Blu-ray drive,
minus the disc drive in general.
Yeah, no disc drive.
So it's
whatsoever.
just a flat face, no orifice.
Yep.
I said that just like that, just to make you do
So it's got no hole for a vaginal discharge. Is that what we're saying right here?
Bloopers.
Still 1 terabyte. Loses the Blu-ray drive. It is technically cheaper. However, hopefully this game or this system does not come out at its recommended MSRP, which was $24.99.99 or $250 for, if you want to round it up. I think that's a I think it's the wrong price. I think it's a horrible price considering
the original Xbox One S came out for.
Well, it's not about what comes out. Like apparently, people have said you can go on Amazon right now and get it for like $225.
What? This is already out
with the Blu-ray drive, the one with the regular version.
Okay.
So you can already get the regular version cheaper than the Xbox One all digital.
You think
edition.
that they would try to push this one cheaper since they don't have to put as much hardware in it?
It was confirmed. I think it was confirmed. Somebody had asked somebody at Xbox a question to the effect. It was confirmed. They did say that whatever the majority of retailers are selling the Xbox One, the regular Xbox One S, it would always be $50 cheaper than the Xbox One, the regular Xbox One S. It's kind of hard to.
So, the all digital should be cheap, $50 cheaper.
Should always be $50 cheaper than the regular version
because they don't have that one piece in there.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, you're losing a lot.
You're losing physical game usage.
Right. You've got no ability to play any physical games. You can't borrow games from your friends. Even in our case, we have a regular Xbox One and an Xbox One S, and you couldn't, like, if I got that for you couldn't take that. You'd have no way of playing my games that I've bought physical form of.
Yeah. And you and me, we get some digital games, but we generally get hard copy games.
Right. Generally, we will buy the hard copy versions.
It's just one of those things, like, you just want to have it.
Yeah,
you want to have the physical thing in your hand. You don't want to look and go, oh, yeah, I have it there.
Yeah, and it does come with a pretty cool selection. It comes with Sea of Thieves, Minecraft, and Forza Horizon 3 digital codes to go with it, which is actually a nice little collection for.
Granted, I know I might get a little bit of hate for this. I'm not that big of a fan of Sea of Thieves. Forza Horizon, I like. Minecraft, we play.
Yeah, we
almost play all time.
We run our own personal server, so
yeah, kind of have to like it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's I don't. To me, I would pay the extra $50 to be able to have full access to any game that I might currently own,
or to be owned.
Well, and we use our Xbox One S for
movies.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I bought the S, was so I could play my 4K Blu-rays that I've been kind of collecting and whatnot over the course of the past few years. So yeah, it's one of those things that just doesn't make sense to me. It's not that cheap. It's not cheap enough to warrant for me to.
Now, I get why they're doing it. Well, for one, you got to look at where the market's going. It's going, physical copies are dying down, digital copies are rising. Because it's really easy to break a physical copy.
Well, they have more control, and then eventually
and plus, I think they're cutting out the middleman.
Right, that's part of it too.
So they're getting more money from it.
Yeah, because they're charging regular price, but they're not giving another retailer.
Yeah, they're not getting a third party.
You know what I mean? So
it's just the people who made it and published.
We're gonna move on. Disney Galaxy's Edge is going to have a build your own lightsaber shops.
Now this would be the only reason why I want to go. Is this in California or Florida?
Both of them are supposed to have this. This is supposed to be something that both locations will have. My understanding, if anybody doesn't know, obviously Disney owns the Star Wars franchise now, and if you've been living under a rock, and they are building a addition to the park that's going to be all Star Wars themed. This is one of the big reasons that we want to go, obviously, to Disney World. Besides it's Disney World, we've never been. We are trying to plan the possibility of doing
Hopefully.
it. We've had a lot of things that kind of kicked us in the rear end that may hamper us ability to do it, but we are trying to figure out how to make that work. But speaking of which, the shops are gonna sell the 10 classic Star Wars lightsabers. So you're gonna have the Luke, probably the couple versions of Luke,
Anakin, Yoda,
Mace, Kylo, Obi-Wan.
We might see who was Obi-Wan's?
Probably Dooku. I know
Sidious
lightsaber.
His was, and well, go to Disney, buy a lightsaber, go home happy. Yes.
Yes, very much so. But
hey, this way you can make your lightsaber. You won't have to forge it.
Very true. But they're also going to have these shops that are also going to be able to build a kind of a custom version. This is something that fans have been doing for years, or websites where you can go and I think it's called Lightsaber Shop or something like that.
Yeah, there's a few
that
where you can put in an order and they'll build it, ship it to you.
Or
your lightsaber.
Or you can order the parts and build it yourself. It's totally up to you. Now, in the case of this, we're going to have, my understanding from what I read from the article talking about this, they're going to sell parts, so they're going to have like different hilts, different styles. They're going to have, different crystals and whatnot, and they're going to go through this kind of a journey where you're going to be able to kind of like when a Jedi would go through his training, and then he would go through and pick his crystal and assemble his lightsaber.
The whole thing is the crystal. You don't pick the crystal. Ultra Sabers.
Yeah, that's a company that does that.
The crystal doesn't pick you. You don't pick the crystal. The crystal picks you.
Right.
Kind of thing. That's how it usually is.
Apparently, there was. I guess the hilts they're all going to have a universal connector that you basically can attach the blades, so they're going to be removable.
Oh, that'd
be nice. You can get varying lengths and whatnot, but they're like I said, they're universal, so you can swap one for another. If you break it or whatever, you can always get another one, or you can choose not to have it on, which that would be my only thing is like I'd want the hilt and the blade, but man, carrying that around
now, are they the dark saber? If they do one like that, would be interesting.
I don't know how they would do that because of the way that the look of that blade, but that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know. We'll have to research a little more and see.
We're gonna have to look more into this.
Apparently, they had several versions on display. They were mostly metal. They had really good weight to them, which is a big thing. So they're not cheap plastic.
Definitely not for little kids.
I'm sure they'll have ones more suited for children. Padawans.
Watch them be like the old plastic ones.
But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like it definitely is something we would want to do when we were there. Building a lightsaber would be absolutely
have to wait till it's open though.
Opens in May. That's when there's it's supposed to be sometime in May, so it's coming up here soon.
Next month, yeah.
When that part of the park is supposed to open, which is one of the reasons we're possibly talking about July.
Before my birthday.
Actually, it could be your birthday week. But we have a lot.
I would still want to go to paintballing.
We have a lot to talk about between then and there. So, and you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Notre Dame fire. This happened last week. We didn't talk about it. Notre Dame. Everybody pronounces it or says it slightly different. It's very, very famous cathedral in Paris. It caught fire. Was very, very badly damaged. In fact, one of the main spires crashed through the roof.
The main facility did not catch fire. It was just the ceiling and spire.
Well, it was the inside but the fire spread.
Yeah, but the frame is still good. It's still intact.
The main walls, all the main walls were all brick or some type of.
Yeah, but like the metal frame of it and all that brick frame is still intact.
Yeah,
They
that
just that
the
that one
inside,
piece
the
just needs to
roof,
be-
and specifically that spire, but that spire was made of mostly wood, which is one of the reasons why they were. It was in the middle of reconstruction, which they're investigating the fire. I haven't heard whether or not
I'm really wondering how that caught fire.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to know what ultimately happened. It is a very famous monument, very famous thing to go see when it's one of the big Paris things to go see as a tourist. Obviously, it's been in countless TV movies, books,
Video games,
video games,
mainly Assassin's Creed.
Yep, it was prominently featured in Assassin's Creed, which is partly why we're talking about this. Now Ubisoft, which my understanding is they're based in France.
I think they have a base in France.
Yeah, something like that.
I think their main base is in California.
They donated 500,000 euros towards the restoration of the Notre Dame Cathedral. They were also this last week. I don't think it's still going on, but last week they were offering a free PC of Assassin's Creed Unity. They were offering it for free on their
Website.
Their
Launcher.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. There's also, so far though, there's been over $1 billion raised to rebuild the cathedral. This is
that's a 12th century
historical.
It is
it is a historical place, and it deserves to be rebuilt. I think it's one of those things that there are times when rebuilding doesn't make sense, but I think it's historical reference. It should be rebuilt. But over $1 billion has been raised so far, and this is coming from business and wealthy individuals. However, they're saying that the cost may be way more than that to rebuild. But it's a sad thing to see. Obviously, as somebody who loves historical sites and loves history, it's one of those things. It's a place I would love to go see if I ever traveled outside the United States. And like I said, they say they're going to rebuild it. They said no matter what, they're going to rebuild it. But we'll see how the whole thing plays out in the end. It's pretty cool. All right, this is the one that I think you'll want to put more as most.
I'm a big theorist and all that when it comes to these movies.
So with Marvel Avengers Endgame coming this week, a lot of speculation of what's been going down, and what we. A lot of speculation if the trailers are just complete bullshit. And
I'm fairly certain that they've just been screwing with us.
Yeah, I think they're totally screwing with us.
Because if you look, there are odd spots where like it looks like something should be there and it's not. Hey, Sidious, stop.
So if our predictions are correct, this is an early spoiler warning. Yeah, everyone dies in the end.
No,
you're not Mark Rufio or whatever the hell his damn name is.
People are going to get on you for just saying that name wrong now.
I probably will.
You're going to see rage.
Me and Sidious had a bit of a discussion.
Oh God.
All right, here's my thinking. Of who's left, I think any of the ones that faded away in the snap are going to come back.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way.
Because pretty much all of those characters are slated to have other movies. Obviously, we know Spider-Man makes it because he's got a movie coming up in a couple of months that's supposed to be. It's confirmed after Endgame. What are you doing?
That's not what I do.
Well, you did it. You might as well click.
Continue talking. I'm doing this.
Oh my God. Just go in the other tab. There.
That's not as good as I wanted, but okay. So you can see who all is live.
All right. So, like I said, anybody that pretty much died in the snap, I think is going to be resurrected.
Except for Gamora. Gamora was
Oh,
not
no.
killed in the snap.
I think she's coming back.
How?
I
Thanos' soul goes, and
I think she's coming back, and I think right now, because in one of the trailers, you keep seeing this thing where Black Widow says he used the gauntlet again. He did use the stones again. I think he keeps trying to bring back Gamora. And I think
that's the only thing that he loved.
But I think it won't let him. Because remember, he had to sacrifice her
soul for soul
to get access to the Soul Stone.
So,
or
put
to
the Soul Stone back, you can get her back.
I think if one of the other Avengers gets a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet and uses it, and
I've been seeing pictures.
I have a feeling
Tony Stark.
No, I don't know. But
he can make a suit that can hold the gauntlet.
And here's my thing. I think that's how they'll get the gauntlet away from him. I think he'll hand it over.
What, when we see that battle?
I think that they will make the offer that they will bring Gamora back. And when he realizes that the whole thing, the reason he can't do it is because of the terms of why or how he got the stones. So I think that could be a possibility. But who do I think? Okay, here's the thing.
Which Avenger do you think is going to die?
I have a two-pronged theories as far as how this could play out. I think Iron Man, there's a good chance he's gonna die a hero.
Well, everyone's been saying his and Thanos' stories are connected.
There's a lot of
the first Avengers film, he became connected with Thanos when he went into space.
I could see that, but do you think he's going to live or die?
I honestly think it's going to be between him and Cap.
We'll go on. Let's go through. We'll go through them individually. Do you think Iron Man's going to live or die?
Die. There's no way. He's not doing another movie. I think he's going to pass it off to who's going to be the next Iron Man? The little kid, definitely.
Okay. I see a two prong. Either he's going to die a hero, or he's going to ride into the sunset, sort of way.
What, with Pepper?
Yeah, him and Pepper are going to.
They've been building up that marriage story.
Yep, he's gonna go on. He's gonna be he's gonna want to be the family man. He's gonna want out of the superhero business.
Hawkeye,
and he's gonna let somebody else take over. That somebody, I think, is either
you're a die hero or live long enough to see the villain. Yeah. He becomes the Mandarin. Spoilers.
I either see War Machine becoming Iron Man.
No,
which is, I think, has
the character
happened.
is becoming too old.
I think he has actually done it in. I think that has happened in the comics.
I think it has.
Or yeah, you're right. That
Iron Man 3.
That kid could train the kid to become.
By now he's old enough because Iron Man 3 was when? What year?
Oh, you're asking the wrong question.
But so he was like an 11, 12-year-old kid in that.
Oh, he's probably 14.
So now he's probably 19, 20.
I totally agree. I totally agree that he could
old enough to take up the mantle.
He could take up the mantle. So that's kind of my double. That's my double thing. Okay, Captain America.
Okay. I almost want to say that he will live, but I have doubt in that.
Okay, I have the same thing. I have a two-pronged approach. Either he's going to die. He's going to die a hero, or because if they do the time travel thing, he's going to go back in time
and make it to where he doesn't get the serum.
No, he's going to go back in time. Him and
his girl,
the
Agent
Carter.
Yeah.
Agent Carter. Him and her get together.
Peggy.
Him and Peggy get together. live out their lives in peace and quiet, and that's his ride into the sunset. So
I can see that.
But the thing is, they have family together. There's a chance
Captain America's kid.
that Captain America's kid would be the right age.
No, that would be grandson, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be.
No, because Peggy Carter died in one of the
movies. I guess it could be. Yeah, I guess it could be his
grandson.
Yeah, it could be his grandkid at that point.
Take up the mantle.
Take him the mantle. The other version of that, especially if he dies, we can Bucky. Everyone says Bucky.
Oh yeah,
because that has happened in the comics. That I know
I can
has
see
happened.
Bucky doing it.
Bucky takes up the mantle of
villain, become hero, full blown hero.
Yeah, kind of his redemption arc, I guess, would be the
Black Widow.
Black Widow. She's gonna live.
Yeah, she has a movie coming up, doesn't she? And TV series.
It's gonna be it's gonna be like a TV. It's gonna be like I don't know if it's gonna be like a mini series or a TV show or something.
It's going to be on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure she lives.
She's going to live, but she's also one of the main theorist things that coming around with the time travel theory because of different hair lengths and all that and colors and the.
Well, that's one of the reasons why people think that they're screwing with us. Thor. Again, two-prong approach. He's going to die a hero.
I think he might go back in time and save Asgard.
No. But I think he will give up the hero mantle. This is the other side.
In the comics, doesn't he end up having a daughter?
I'm pretty sure he has children. But yeah, my ride in the sunset approach to this is he doesn't die, but he takes up the Odin.
Yeah, definitely.
Mantle. He takes up the Odin mantle. He's done being the hero, and he is responsible for the rebuilding of Asgard, which is essentially kind of that arc that they were leaning towards a little bit.
They tried going that in Ragnarok, and
then Thanos, obviously.
Well, it wasn't Thanos.
No, remember Thanos tried to pretty much kill the rest of his race on the ship.
Not necessarily, but we will get to that.
So that's my two prong approach. Depending on how
I can see him doing Odin.
Could go either way. I think
Honestly,
I think in the comics,
I can see him being the one to deliver the final blow to Thanos.
Yeah.
Hulk. Bruce Banner.
No.
Definitely not. He's not dying.
And I say that the only reason I say this, I would and myself included, I kind of love to see Professor Hulk, which is the merging of Hulk
I would love
and
to
Banner.
see him come out with Team Hulk, Team Smash movies. Scar, Red Hulk, She-Hulk. I would love to see that.
You know, that's a debate you and I will have at another date because I had this discussion.
Because they did the animated series, I want to see that in movies.
But
they set that up in the original movie, and I want to see it.
But as far as the movies are concerned, I'm going to say no. Will he possibly disappear? Yes.
Like he did in
Ultron. Yeah, kind of Age of Ultron. But I will say no, only because I don't think they can legally kill the Hulk. Because remember, technically the Hulk is...
He's owned by Sony along with Spider-Man.
Yep, Sony has the rights to the Hulk. But they only have and this is where the funny thing, and this is the reason we've seen the Hulk in the Avengers movies and we've seen Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, is because Hulk can be in another Marvel Studios movie.
Universal, not Sony. I'm sorry, Sidious. I always get that wrong.
Okay, yeah, it's Universal. He can be in another movie, which is why we've seen him in Avengers, and we've seen. They did it with him, but I don't know.
Not give him his own solo.
But Universal owns the rights to the individual Hulk movie. If they kill the Hulk, that technically kills the ability for them to make an individual movie, which we
already know they're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think they're going to do it. Okay. Hawkeye. No.
Now Ronin.
Yeah, we're pretty sure he's taking the Ronin mantle. That's not confirmed, but pretty sure
he has that look.
No, He's gonna survive.
He's
gonna get his
family.
family.
His family back. He's gonna be the family man like he was before the snap. And
he's gonna go back to being that. Captain Marvel.
Definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. She's on a multi-movie contract.
They're already
talking
for the second movie.
Yeah, they're already talking about the second movie. So no, yeah, she's gonna live.
Ant-Man.
No. He's also. I think he's still got 2 more movies on his contract.
I think, yeah.
After Avengers.
Now, see, the kicker for Ant-Man is if his daughter died.
I'm wondering.
They never said it.
Yeah, that was never. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering.
We know Hope died. We know all the Van Dynes died.
Yeah.
So his girl died.
That would be interesting. That'll be an interesting thing.
Did Goose die in the snap? Oh,
that's interesting.
Well, wait. Goose. Okay, I just had a brand new theory. Okay, we'll get to that at the end. Nebula,
yes. I think
she's been trying to kill Thanos for all these years.
I think she will sacrifice all. I think she
sacrifices to save Gamora.
That's my theory. That's my
soul for soul. She kills herself to save Gamora.
That is exactly my theory. To that, I think she's gonna sacrifice herself for Gamora.
Gamora saved her. She saves Gamora.
Yeah.
This one is the head royal guard for Black Panther.
No,
I forget her name. Definitely not.
Yeah, she's not gonna die.
War Machine.
War Machine. No. Will War Machine be War Machine after this movie? That is where I question. I think like
I'm half and half. I feel like he's going to, because he knows how the Iron Man thing goes.
I don't know how.
If Tony dies, he's going to be the one to train the kid. If he does not take up the mantle,
or at least train somebody to take up the mantle. That's a possibility too. I don't know how many movies Don Cheadle has on his contract. I'll be honest, that's the one I don't know. Sidious, if you happen to look that up, feel free to hit that in the chat. I'd be curious to know how many movies he has left on his contract.
Pepper Potts,
no. She will not die, but she will disappear.
Yeah, so if they don't have the run off, get married kind of thing at the end, happy ending, it's going to be she's in grief and she's in hiding.
I thought they were already married.
No, they were planning the wedding.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
That's right.
When then the New York battle started in Infinity War.
And the thing is, they
were on a run.
I kind of want to see the Iron Man have, Tony Stark.
I want to see Iron Woman with Pepper Potts.
You mean Rescue? That was her character.
Was it?
Rescue. I think we're going to see that.
I want to see it.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we've
they
should
have done that in Iron Man 2. They should have, when Mandarin and all that kind of happened.
That would have been kind of cool if.
But we kind of did see that in Iron Man 2 with her in the Iron Man suit.
And then she was like, now I know why you love these things.
Yeah. So we don't know. He might, in his facility, have a prototype suit for Pepper. We don't know.
Pretty sure, because there's an Instagram pic that she posted of her in a purple suit.
She joins the battle.
She could be one of the ones. I don't know. We're going to have to see. That's a
Rocket
gonna survive. Yeah,
he has to.
Yeah, he has to. We know
even
there's another
though
Guardians.
the raccoon that they actually model him after died this year. He did. Pretty tragic. I say he's gonna live.
I can't remember this character's name. The next one. It's
Valkyrie.
Okay, Valkyrie. Okay.
Thor Ragnarok. She disappeared, but I think she went on an escape pod, or Don is supposed to be up.
Okay.
Okay, so he might die. Or, like I said,
yeah,
train the kid.
And that might not necessarily happen in the movies. That might be a cameo type of situation.
Yeah. They cameo him for that training.
Valkyrie, pretty sure she's going to live. I think she's going
to live to help Thor.
Well, she's made hints about another Thor movie, which kind of makes me wonder.
I think she's going to help Thor rebuild.
Yeah, I think that's
or be his queen.
That's going to be a high possibility as far as my theory of him turning basically into Odin.
Wong.
Yeah, I think he'll survive. Because honestly,
now he's the only one who truly knows anything about the Infinity Stones, because Doctor Strange is gone, and he was the one who explained it all in Infinity War. So I feel like he's going to be one of the bigger characters in this. They're going to.
Well, the thing is, we know there's another
Strange
movie that they're going to do.
I have no clue. This one's up in the air for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to survive. I don't see any reason that he will die.
Happy Hogan.
I'm a 60-40. I'm a 60 die, 40 live. I don't want to see him die, but I think he probably will.
This is kind of going to be the one for me. If Tony dies, he will watch Pepper, make sure that she's good, but have kind of like that happy ending.
That's wrong on several.
But have that happy, not death ending. He'll be like, okay, my person paying me's dead, but he'll still be the head.
Most people have to realize that Jon Favreau was the director of the Iron Man movie, so that's kind of how he inserted himself in as that character. And so I don't think he's under any big obligations to continue.
Tony doesn't die, he takes the bullet for him.
It could be.
Security guard for Tony.
Yeah, like I said, I'm about 60-40. 60 to me says they're going to go ahead and end his character as part of the Iron Man series, but they're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see it going either way, but...
Now, the big shocker for everyone was that Shuri died.
Yeah, that had been confirmed that Shuri did die in the snap.
It was not confirmed until these posters came out. And that's the thing.
The fat Iron Man, is that what you're trying to say?
The fat man.
The fat man in the suit. I can see him. I gotta suck in my gut when I get into this damn thing.
No, you just see Iron Man and it has a little bit more of a gut.
Yeah.
And you're like, where'd this Iron Man come out of? Oh, this is the newest model. It has a little bit built-in armor.
Oh, anyway. Diet and exercise.
Yeah, Shuri being dead.
Shuri being dead was kind of a disappointment. I thought she'd be alive because I think that would be fun for her.
Oh, okay, now I know what that character is. That's the Forge Master. Character, long hair, right here. That's a guy. Oh, I need to find it. Nope, not do that.
That's Bucky.
Is that Bucky?
Yeah, it's Bucky.
Oh yeah, that is Bucky. I forgot that he had the longer hair.
All right, go back to the thing. We need to go in order so we don't get lost. Okay.
Black Panther.
Black Panther he's gonna come back.
Yeah. Star-Lord, he has to.
Yep, Star-Lord almost guaranteed.
Gamora, we gave that theory.
Now the only thing about Star-Lord that's kind of iffy is he does not have many more movies in his contract. But we know for a fact that he is definitely got Guardians 3.
The cat came back the very next movie.
Gamora, I think she's going to come back.
Yeah, we gave that theory with Nebula and her.
Doctor Strange, he's coming back.
Yeah. Spider-Man, we already know.
Yeah, that one's already been.
This one's Scarlet Witch.
Is it just me, or I want your opinion on it? Do you think that they screwed up with the Spider-Man?
No, I absolutely love this Spider-Man.
No. I meant as far as
killing him.
Well, not necessarily. Well, there's the whole killing him, but then there's the whole because it was a really great scene with him and Tony Stark, which I loved because it was kind of that father-son character.
Oh yeah,
arc.
That's how they were trying to do the story.
But I'm saying they've already done trailers and previews and pretty much announced that he lives and that after he comes back sometime after the snap. Do you think it kind of ruined a little bit of the in-game surprises in a certain...
Yeah, a little bit. Because
I think they should have pushed the Spider-Man movie to
end of this year.
Made it a December movie and then not show previews until
don't show previews
until after Endgame comes out.
Yeah.
Make it the preview that comes out just after the week after Endgame, or make it
a month or so after.
Or the trailer that plays with Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they should
make it an after movie trailer.
Yeah.
A one-time kind of thing. Who's next? That's Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. I don't know what her contract looks like. That one's not one I remember him talking about. I think she's done.
Her and Vision. Jarvik Vision embodiment.
I think the actor.
There has been
Vision,
a gray suit Vision before, so they might be able to rebuild him without the Infinity Stone,
which may be what we ultimately see. And I think Vision could be brought back. I would like to see Vision back, but I think he's got a good possibility of dying.
Nick Fury
probably going to die is another one. He
dies, comes back, dies, come back, dies, come back.
Yeah,
he's the Megatron of Avengers.
Yeah,
of the Marvel universe. He's the Megatron. Not in the good way. Loki. There has been theories that he has a series coming up, but we don't know what timeline that takes place in.
And we don't know if it's the actual actor. His contract is up after Endgame. So I think he's dead.
Well, we saw Thanos literally snap his neck.
And there's a lot of theories of why that is or doesn't work.
Now, could it be a whole... He is the trickster god.
That's why...
Could he have, did something
himself,
to himself?
Yeah.
He's going to show up after that and go, oh, hey, brother. Thanks for killing him for me. Now I'm just going to take these and see you in the next movie.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But his contract is technically... I think it's like I said, it's up after Endgame. I think he's going to die.
Wait. What if he died and he's with Valkyrie right now?
I don't get what you mean.
We never see Valkyrie on that ship in Infinity War, right? She's off somewhere doing something.
We also don't see Iron Man and...
No, but on that ship in the very beginning. We know how Thor got off it. Because Star-Lord and all of them found him.
Yeah, they dropped him off on Earth.
Oh, you're not getting what I'm saying.
I think you're confusing.
No.
She was not
the survivor ship from Asgard at the end of Ragnarok. The one that Thanos was on and the Hulk got...
She was not on it.
But whoops. She was not on it in the beginning of Infinity War, but she was on it at the end of Ragnarok.
She could have dropped off at any point. There has been some snippets that have been released talking about that, but it's supposed to be cleared up in Endgame. My understanding, whatever happened...
She's finding a new Asgard, so to say.
Yeah, low-key, trademark. Yeah, I think Loki's dead. I think he's going to stay dead.
If he comes back, I'm going to yell, I told you so. Just saying. Shuri,
she's going to be back. No doubt.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be another Black Panther movie after. So, her being the sister of Black Panther, she's coming back.
Yeah.
Groot, he has to be brought back.
He has to be, because if he doesn't, the fans will riot.
Same with Spider-Man. Those two were the most impactful death for everyone.
Yeah.
This one is... Oh my God, who is this? I don't recognize her. Do you?
Who is that character?
Okay, while we think, let's go through the others.
Okay.
Falcon,
I think he's going to live.
He has to come back. He's a newer Avenger. They aren't going to kill him off this early.
Yeah.
He might take up the Iron Man mantle.
I think
in the comics he has.
Yep, and that's a possibility, and that's a lot of theory that people have said. Yeah, he could possibly take up
Bucky.
I think he's going to survive. I think he's going to take over the Captain America.
Mantis.
She
was Guardian.
But she wasn't the Guardians.
She wasn't in the original Guardians. She was an addition from Ego in second.
I'm going to say 50-50.
It's up in the air whether or not she comes back alive.
Yeah, I think she's a coin flip.
Drax,
I think is a coin flip.
his whole mission, his personal mission was to kill Thanos. So if he somehow, if Thor doesn't put the final bullet, or you know what I mean, make Thanos bite the bullet, it's gonna be Drax. If he comes back before the end.
Yeah, he like I said, he's one.
Even if he comes back before the end, at the end, he's probably still gonna stab Thanos in the neck for doing that.
Well, and he's another one of those ones I don't like. I think he may have one more movie technically on his contract.
Batista.
But he's been back to wrestling.
Oh, is he back wrestling now?
Yeah, he's been wrestling again. My understanding. I think he wrestled it. I think he was at WrestleMania this year.
I have no clue about that.
Not long ago.
We need to figure out who this girl is.
I don't.
Can we get an up closer picture somewhere? Is it? Okay, it's her.
Who is that?
I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, wait. What's this?
That's that stupid suit that they're.
Hope.
Oh.
Is that Hope?
Yes.
Wasp.
Wasp. That is a horrible.
That's a horrible picture.
That's a horrible picture.
You and me were both confused on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna be back.
Yeah, she has to be with the Ant-Man movies.
Now, what do you think about Hank Pym and his wife?
Hank Pym,
which is her mom.
Yeah, and the other Van Dyne.
I think it's a coin flip.
Okay. They already, well, it's already set up their happy ever after at the end of Ant-Man Wasp before the kind of end credit scene, because on the beach, the house on the beach. Do you not remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So their happy ever after has already been set up. If they come back, that's what they're doing. They don't have to train Hope and Scott anymore.
So, but there's probably a good chance we won't.
They're not going to hire an actress for just one movie and call that Hope's mom.
I don't know that I think it's Michelle Pfeiffer that played her mom. I don't know that she was on a multi-contract. Or the actor that played Hank Pym. I don't know. I don't know what either one of those contracts. That there are ones I don't know that I haven't seen. Do you think we're actually going to see the Hulk in the next movie?
I say, with how it was in the last one, if Banner gets mad enough, because you think about it, in Infinity War, he wasn't really mad. He wasn't. He got his butt handed to him and multiple times, but he never got mad.
I think we're
He tried to bring out the Hulk.
I think
he wasn't mad.
We're either going to get Professor Hulk, or we're going to get no Hulk at all. And I think I could be the possibility of sort of ending the Hulk.
And then they could also bring back the Hulk with this one. Wait, he was still in the Hulkbuster suit when we last saw him. He might be rebuilding the Hulkbuster.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility. He's smart enough to do it.
He worked with Tony to build it.
Okay. Now, kind of going back to the whole Universal and Hulk thing, just we'll have this conversation. Me and Sidious were having the discussion. We know Universal has the rights to the individual Hulk movies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But what about all the other Hulk-ish characters? So She-Hulk, the Red
Scar, Red Hulk,
yeah, we
A-Bomb.
We're wondering if they had the full rights to all that, or just the Green Hulk.
That's interesting.
And the other thing is, it basically comes down to, do they only have the rights to Bruce Banner Hulk? And would that be possibly a way to get around if they want to bring Hulk back into the MCU? That's not under the control of Universal. If what my theory is,
that's a possibility.
If my theory is true, would that be? You think they would do that?
If that's a possibility, and Hulk somewhat dies in this, and like somewhat of a power transformation or something, and he somehow passes the power on to someone, or he dies of old age and just passes it, that would be an interesting, but we'll have to see how they do it.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. But that's our fan theories, and that's the episode for this week.
I'm trying to remember what my theory was, because I saw something. I had a theory in my head earlier, and now it's out of my head because you made me go.
Did you go?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the episode for this week. This is the Spidercast Podcast. We are father and son. Well, we're going down the rabbit hole, and we stream somewhere between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/SpiderARA713. We are on most major podcast services around the world. Just check your favorite. I'm sure we're there. I think we're up to 9 or so now.
We didn't talk about Goose. Yeah, that was my theory. Thank you.
What?
Goose. Okay. He's a Flurkin, right?
Flurkin.
He has many different pocket dimensions. Mm-hmm. Okay? And, of course, that's where the Tesseract and all that was. Yada, yada. But, dang it. Okay, first off, do you think Goose died in the snap?
No.
No? Okay. So, if he didn't die in the snap, I'm surprised they did not release a photo of that here, just to see what the fans would do. But
no, but I think
if they can,
I think he got locked away
in the Shield facility. Oh, in the fridge.
It could be anywhere, but
the Shield animal control.
I would imagine that after being scratched, that.
Oh, come on! He loved that cat.
I don't think. I just don't think he would have been very nice to that cat afterwards.
But we saw that he was nice to the cat.
Yeah, and the cat scratched his eye out.
He was still nice to the cat after. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, they somehow, if, like you said, he did get tested on or whatnot by S.H.I.E.L.D., and they found out how all that worked with him, use that pocket dimension or go into different dimensions, and somehow that's how they do a theory. One of the, almost not a time travel, but different dimension, alternate dimension.
No.
That's too far-fetched. It's a long stretch, but who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's the show for this week. You can find us on our social media. I'm at MyDoneLife on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm at... You're okay, Sidious. I'm at SpiderARA713 on Twitter, and Instagram is SpidersNest713. Send messages there if you have any questions.
Yep. Thank you for everybody that's been listening or been watching. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we will catch you later.
Peace out.